eastbound on Highway 9. You see our live stream. Emily, if you can look north or have Kevin Josephy look to your north, what do you see up in there? You're not too far away from it.
Yep, we're trying to get a good eye on it.
Wow.
Oh, I think I see a funnel, Mike.
Emily Sutton's here looking at it live.
Josephy.
Emily will catch this. Emily will catch up to it because Highway 9 goes to the north. Keep going east. You got to get ahead of the wrapping rear flank downdraft. Keep going east. Tornado warning for Cleveland. Tornado warning for Pottawatomie. Tornado warning for Northern Creek. Tornado warning for southern Pawnee counties. That earlier violent tornado now is in Northern Creek County, southwest of Manford. That was the one. The Reed Timber is still on it. There it is right there. This is one that started back at Edmond. And you know, my goodness, what a violent tornado that was that went across Lincoln County. Large wedge tornado. It is now over in Northern Creek and far southern Pawnee County. Yes, Robert?
They may need a tornado warning for Lincoln County north of Chandler.
Yeah, may need a tornado warning for a storm north of Chandler. And that is for a storm in between these two main storms right here. Let's go back to the South Dop and take a look at this amazing circulation. That is a debris ball right there. That is a debris ball. Again, you know that this is violent circulation because this hail core is going westbound here. It's curving, and then it's going eastbound. It's completely turning the hail core all the way to the opposite direction, which means this tornado is grabbing it and pulling it in and throwing it up into the sky. And this is a dangerous circulation. That is a debris ball. There's no doubt about it. That is a debris ball right there. It looks to be about a quarter of a mile wide debris ball on the northern side of Lake Thunderbird. This is Highway 9. Emily Sutton is going to be very, very close to this tornado as it comes eastbound right toward Tecumseh and Bethel Acres and Twin Lakes, which is right there. There's the Oklahoma County line right there. There's 89th Street right there. And this is I-40 right here. So Shawnee is just east of Bethel Acres. But it is heading for still easily Shawnee.
Tornado warning coming out for storm north of Chandler.
Okay, tornado warning coming out. Let's go to the storm scanner. I bet Reed Timmer is probably backtracking on this one. Tornado warning coming out for this one. The circulation is right here, northwest of Chandler, right there. This is a big supercell here, northwest of Chandler, heading for Kendrick. This is north of the Turner Turnpike and is going to parallel the Turner Turnpike, but could hit Stroud. Here's Stroud.
Crossing Franklin Road.
Tornado crossing Franklin Road. Thank you for that. Tornado crossing Franklin Road. Let's go back to the South Dop, and it is on the ground crossing Franklin Road. Franklin Road is right here. That's Franklin Road. So that is on the ground crossing Franklin Road. It's on the ground. It could be quite large. Let's go to Emily Sutton here live. Emily?
Hi, Mike. We're on Highway 9 approaching 132nd, and we should be getting a visual shortly here. All the trees are blocking. There was massive rotation earlier. A lot of people pulling off to the sides of the roads. All right, we're almost there, Mike. As soon as we get a clearing, we'll get it for you.
Yeah, you'll get it. You keep going eastbound on 9. You got to get ahead of it. You'll see it. Let's go to BGAN 2. This just came in from Reed Timmer. Go to BGAN 2 control room. Reed intercepted this tornado 3 times. The first time he intercepted it was in Edmond, and on BGAN 2, there it is. He intercepted in Edmond, and his quote was that was the strongest wind speed he's ever been in. And that was when it was in Edmond. He estimated 160 mile per hour winds. He had a pressure fall the last time he had a pressure fall inside the Dominator was when he was in an F4 tornado up in South Dakota. He said it rivaled that tornado up in South Dakota. And then he was in the tornado again a second time in the Dominator over by Route 66 near Arcadia. And they got into it in a third time over by Kearney. And that just came in from Reed Timmer. And this was as it tracked out of Edmond up into Lincoln County. And let's just hope that no one is injured or worse in the path of this tornado. This is the one earlier that set down near Piedmont briefly, and then set down a pretty decent tornado in Edmond, strength-wise. Reed estimated 160 mile-an-hour winds. He actually drove through the circulation very close to I-35, and then it went to an F4 over east of Edmond, over in eastern Oklahoma County and Lincoln County. Now we're back joining you live with a continued tornado on the ground on the north side of Little Axe. And let's go to the storm tracker, and here's the storm tracker live, and you can tell that it has been a watch this hook spin around. You can tell. I mean, look at it spin. There's an actual eye. There's a hole in the middle of the tornado right there. So this is a large tornado. It has an eye in the middle of it, and look how fast the hook swings around. So that is a large tornado with a donut hole in the middle of it south of Stella. But look how it's turning. These things wobble, as you know. They wobble. They can turn south. They can turn north. It's wobbling now to the north, so it's up closer to Twin Lakes and heading directly for Shawnee. It could wobble back to the south and still hit Tecumseh. But right now, the wobble to the north is putting this more in the Shawnee deadline center line track. It has an eye in it. It is a large tornado. There's no doubt about it. We've had confirmation from several trackers who are on it of a large tornado now north of Little Axe on the northern shores of Lake Thunderbird, and it continues to track now out of Cleveland County into all of northern Pottawatomie County. Now, let's go back to Emily Sutton with a live update. Emily? Is that Dillard? Who do you have there? Mark Dillard, are you there?
Just got to punch this
Mark
thing.
Dillard, are you there? Mark Dillard's on this storm up in Lincoln County, north of Chandler, and that's Emily Sutton's live stream right there. Emily Sutton live. Emily, go ahead.
Mike, I think we have it. We just need to get out of the tree line. Here, we're gonna.
Can you show me something so I can just tell
Uh-huh.
help the chopper?
You can't see it, Josephine. Take it off.
Yeah. Yep, tell me. Yeah, Emily's got a visual of the tornado. She can see it now. Emily, you're with us, joining us here on the Gentner. We're kind of directing the chopper here at the same time. The chopper's got to go all the way around. They've got to go on the north and east side of Shawnee.
Line 6.
We can't see it anywhere else.
Hey.
Emily, you're on, and you looks like you have a visual of the tornado. In my opinion, you should keep traveling eastbound. You've got to keep moving.
We're trying to get a view for you. Josephine's trying his best. Yeah, Mike, I think I definitely saw it through the trees. And if that's what I thought it was, it is a large tornado.
Okay, large tornado continues.
There's a large tornado on the ground.
Emily's got a visual of the large tornado now just to the north of Little Axe. It is heading for Shawnee. It's really pretty crazy looking at radar. Let's go to the storm tracker. Look, the whole storm is just turning into a giant sink drain here. See that? The whole thing, everything, all the hail, all the baseballs, all the rain, all that is all being just pulled into a giant updraft that is the tornado. And you see how it's just turning into nothing but a great big sink drain. Doesn't even look like a supercell anymore because it's just a great big spin. So you see the size of that debris ball right there. Large tornado continues on the ground. And there's no guarantee it's going to go away or weaken. And it could easily just keep on trucking all throughout northern Pottawatomie County. So Twin Lakes, Bethel Acres, Pink, Highway 9, Tecumseh, and it is heading directly for Shawnee. You folks in Shawnee, you've got to think about where your safe spot is. If it isn't a basement or a storm cellar or someplace underground, you need to think about where you can go that is one of those. If it's not at your house, your neighbor has something like that, you need to go call them or just go, buddy up with them and get ready to go underground or get out of the way, or a storm cellar or basement. You can't mess around with these things, as this is indications of a large tornado. Emily had a brief view of it just seconds ago, and it's now coming out of Cleveland County into Pottawatomie County. Twin Lakes, Bethel Acres, mobile home is going to do nothing for you. You want to be out of the mobile home, and you want to be out of your car, and you want to be below ground. Interior closet or bathroom isn't going to cut it with this. It's not going to be good enough. To protect your life, you've got to be below ground or a storm cellar or basement or safe room or out of the way. Let's go back to Hank Baker. Hank Baker, welcome to Coverage here. What do you have?
Hello, Mike. Mike, I am about 1 mile east of Highway 102 on Highway 9, just west of Tecumseh. It looks like the largest lowered part of the area is just north of Highway 9. I am looking directly to my northeast. It looks like just straight northeast of Lake Thunderbird. I cannot see ground circulation because of the trees. As soon as I'm in a better position, I'll be able to see that. But there is definitely a huge, large lowering. It looks to be on the ground And if I could see the ground, I could verify it. But, Mike, it's starting to look like a wedge from my position. Back to you.
Okay, Hank, it is heading directly toward you if I got your directions right. Is that correct? If you're over there on 102, you're looking right at it. It's coming right toward you. Is that right?
Sir, I am on Highway 9 and 102 right now. And it is just to my north, just north of Highway 9, west of 102. It looks like it's pretty just south of Shawnee Reservoir.
Just south of Shawnee Reservoir. Hank Baker's got a visual on it. And what he said is it is a large cloud that appears to be either on the ground or just above tree level. Hank is kind of splitting hairs because he can't see ground circulation because of trees. And as he said, he just doesn't want to try to stretch, to the end conclusion that it is a large tornado, but he kind of implied that it sure could be. But he says it is a very large circulation that is very, very low. He just can't confirm it is on the ground because trees are blocking his view. Let's go back to Hank. Are you still with us?
Yes, sir, I am.
I want to hang with you here so we can talk to you about this. If you get a better look at it, just holler at us, okay?
All right, Mike, I sure will.
Appreciate that. Hank Baker joins us live. Stay with us here, Hank. Is Emily Sutton still with us? Emily, tell us what you got right now. It's going to be northwest of Pink, just very close to Shawnee Lake.
Right, Mike. We did get a glance of it, and it's exactly what he was describing. It's very hard with the trees, but it does look like a very large lowering. If it is in contact with the ground, it's a large tornado. I wouldn't doubt it. We're still flying east on Highway 9, and we're working on possibly going north closer to it, but we're going to keep going east.
Going east, get over there to 102, and then maybe go north on 102.
102. Yep. We're well on our way, Mike.
Still showing vortex circulation 1 mile west of the Pottawatomie-Cleveland County line, approaching Shawnee Lake and Twin Lakes right now. Hank Baker is still with us looking at it as well. Hank, what do you see?
Yeah, Emily's coming to, she's the east on 9.
Okay, Emily's east on 9. Let's look at the overall warnings here. And let's take a look at the tornado warnings that are in effect. Ongoing tornado outbreak continues. Eastern Cleveland, northern Pottawatomie, Lincoln, Northern Creek, and southeastern Pawnee counties, all under tornado warnings right now. Mark Dillard, can he join us on the Gentner? Let's go to the storm scanner. Mark Dillard is on the one in Lincoln County. Mark Dillard is on this one right here, which has a tornado warning on it north of Chandler, and joins us now live. Mark, what do you see on that Lincoln County tornado warning storm?
Yes, that's that Lincoln County storm, Mike. We're coming back down Highway 99 out of Drumright. We had to leave that previous storm. It's no longer producing any tornadic activity. Still could, folks, off in the eastern part of the state, so keep your heads up. But this one here in Lincoln County, Mike, we've got our attention on it. It's the middle storm, and it has no lowerings to it right now. I can see all the way underneath the wall cloud and the cloud base. It's got no lowerings on it right now, so that's good news. We're going to keep an eye on it for the next couple of minutes here and make sure that we don't have anything pop down on us. But for right now, there is no concerning lowerings with this storm. It's got a wall cloud on it, and it looks pretty mean, but compared to what we saw rip through Edmond and roll on up through Arcadia and Fallis and Kearney, this one just is not looking the same as that one. Back to you.
Mark, appreciate that. That's going to be northwest of Kendrick is where that is, and northeast of Chandler. So he's got a visual on the lowering. There's no tornado warning on it, right? Or no tornado